Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again here on a Friday night for the Front Row Esports Next Gen Cup Series, coming at you live here from Bristol Motor Speedway. But something a little bit different here tonight. No concrete here tonight. It's all dirt racing. We're going to go dirt racing for 125 laps, one fast repair. Drivers are going to have a full tank of fuel this go around, so they should not have to pit for fuel this evening. But are tires going to matter is the question. I'm going to go ahead and say no. I think they're going to manage their stuff pretty good, because stage one is going to end on lap 30. Stage two going to end on lap 70 here tonight. And we're going to go 55 laps for stage number 3. 2.5 minutes left in practice, and we got the top times at the top of your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Freitas came in early practice. Now, the track was a little bit better when he was in here. He ran an 18.69. I've been watching times come in from drivers who've been in here a little bit longer when the track has slicked off a little bit. They're all in the 20s, the 19s. So we're going to be expecting to see drivers in the 19s and 22nd ranges here tonight during race trim. Samuel Lawson in the number 12. The Governor is actually sitting P2 right now in practice. We got about 2 minutes left to go here in practice, and we're going to head into qualifying. And who's going to put it on the front row here this evening? All right, ladies and gentlemen, getting word from race control. It is time to head down trackside for a pre-race ceremony. So if you could, please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. And thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a great rendition of our national anthem. Everybody, if you could, please go check out Mullet Music Productions on YouTube and check out some of Joshua's other music. One of the first drivers out on track looks to be the number 99 of Michael Wood. So we did have a track crew come out, get rid of that slick and greasy stuff out there. The track is a lot fresher, a lot more grip going to be out there here for qualifying. So Michael Wood kind of running near the bottom, and I was watching drivers in practice, and I was wondering what line they're going to be running. I think we're going to see everybody kind of start near the middle, but once that cushion starts to build up near the wall, everybody's just going to be kind of wall ripping tonight. Michael Wood sets the first time of the evening, a 19.86 on his first lap, as Tom Freitas goes faster, an 18.71 right now, provisional pole for the number 32. Still watching the number 99 of Michael Wood coming out of turn number 4 right now to finish up his qualifying run, and across the line It's going to improve a little bit, but does not go up on the charts. Going to be in 5th position right now as Tom Freitas also finishes up his qualifying run. Nicholas Lamb is out there in the number 5 car right now. He's coming to take the green flag to start his qualifying run. Remember, 2 laps here tonight. Get your time in. Nicholas Lamb's going to go 4th quickest right now. Adam Thompson actually had a pretty good run in the Truck Series last night. Unfortunately, wasn't involved in a late race accident. You can go check all that out on Next Gen Broadcasting on YouTube. It's where the Truck Series is broadcasted. Adam Thompson, again, was involved in an accident late, so he did not get the finish he wanted, but he was out leading most of the race. Now puts it on provisional pole with an 18.60 for the number 71 of Adam Thompson. Two and a half minutes left to go here in qualifying. Only a few drivers remaining to take a time right now. Dustin Lamb, one of those drivers. He's going to start his qualifying run, come out of turn 4 and take the green flag. So Dustin Lamb's going to complete a lap here, currently 13th on the board, a 19.62 for the number 10 of Dustin Lamb. Kyle, the Wildman Wellman, has finished up his qualifying run, going to run a 20.04 for the number 42. Interesting to see that out of the 42 machine. Also ran the truck race last night, had a pretty good run until near the end of the race. He was actually another driver who was involved in the accident with the number 71 of Adam Thompson. A minute left to go here in qualifying, and I believe everybody who wanted to take a time has taken a time here at Bristol, but we're getting a little dirty here tonight at Bristol. All right, his qualifying wraps up here. It looks like Adam Thompson is going to hold on to the pole here this evening. As we're waiting for the drivers to get gridded up here, it's almost time to head through that grid. Starting on the pole tonight is going to be Adam Thompson in that number 71 machine. To his outside is going to be Tom Freitas in the number 32. Chris Carroll is going to be starting in third tonight with Ronnie Morrison to his outside in fourth. Nicholas Lamb is going to be starting in fifth with Chummy Miller starting in sixth. Samuel the Governor Lawson is going to be starting in seventh with Tanner Marr rolling off eighth. Raymond Herdina is going to be starting in ninth with Logan Lax to his outside in 10th. Michael Wood is going to be starting in 11th position with Larry Bell starting in 12th. Moving on down through the grid, we got Michael Wood in the 99, going to be starting in 11th. I said that already. We're going to go down to 13th and go to Dustin Lamb, because I can't read apparently. Dustin Lamb's going to be starting 13th. Carl Lindstrom 14th. Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman, not really the qualifying attempt I thought we'd see out of the 42 this evening after having a good race last night. But he's going to be rolling off 15th. Steven Johnson's going to be starting in 16th. Elliott Drummond in 17th. Philip Mullinax is going to be starting in 18th. And Justin Hardy rounds out the field in 19th position. 19 cars. As I say that, it looks like the number 17 is not going to be able to make the grid. He's not even going to grid up. Looks like engine problems for the number 17. Couldn't get the machine fired up. So he's going to take it behind pit wall. Drivers getting the one to go signal from the flag man. On the front row, Adam Thompson. Tom Frieda is going to come out of turn number 4. Field going to be in the hands of the flagman on the first start, and it's going to be in control of the leader every restart after that. 125 laps here tonight at Bristol. Get ready, ladies and gentlemen, and get your picks out in chat. Out of turn number 4. And we are racing here at Bristol Dirt. Good launch there for the number 97 of Chris Carroll. He's going to go down to the bottom side of the racetrack, kind of run the middle. Tom Friedis already going up to the high line here, trying to make something work up there. Now a groove is going to start to build in here once these drivers start moving around. You see Tom Friedis up to the top side, Chris Carroll working the bottom side of the racetrack. We go back to 5th. We got Chummy Miller up inside the top 5, trying to get around Ronnie Morrison there in 4th. Morrison's going to go up to the top side of the racetrack, ripping the high line here tonight at Bristol. Right behind them, you got Nicholas Lamb in the number 5, currently running in 6th. We already 2 laps complete of 125 here. We got 28 laps to go in the stage. And right now, the last person to be getting points is the number 25 of Logan Lax. See Kyle, the Wild Man Wellman, starting to gain a little bit of ground there on Logan through the entry of 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway, Michael Wood took a peek to the inside going into 3 and 4, but just didn't have the momentum as Wellman's going to get into the outside wall. And that's something we're probably going to see a lot of here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. These drivers are going to be putting it right up on the cushion and bouncing off that outside wall at least a couple of times here tonight. Lap 4 of 125 complete here at Bristol. Oh, so it looks like we're having problems with Dustin Lamb. He's slow on the racetrack. He's already getting lapped here by the 71 of Adam Thompson. Thompson doing a really good job maintaining that race lead. Kind of running near the middle, but mainly up near the top side of the racetrack. Putting that right rear right on the fluff there in the dirt. That is the darker brown dirt you see up at the top side of the racetrack. Just putting the right rear right inside that fluff, getting the grip. And he's starting to pull away from Tom Friedis. It's about 1.6 seconds right now. Tom Friedis kind of running the same line here as Chummy Miller, now up 3 spots since the drop of the green flag. He is currently in 3rd. Doing a good job in that number 6 car. Let's keep going through the field. Ronnie Morrison back there in 4th, running the top side of the racetrack. He's got Chris Carroll down on the bottom. And it's interesting to see Carroll down on the bottom as I say that caution flag out on the speedway. Looks like a few drivers might have been involved here. Actually, it looks like maybe only 2. Let's go back and take a look. Showing Dustin Lamb. See what happened to Dustin here. Gets into the inside wall. Tries to get it back going. He goes down and Looks like problems here for the number 10. Big problems for the number 10. Let's go back. There's another driver who had an incident there. I think it was the 31 of Philip Molnax. Goes up and just gets into the outside wall. I'm going to go ahead and say, if I had to guess, that the caution was brought out by this right here. When Lamb, he tries to get control of that race car, comes down, hits the inside wall. And he was going really slow as these drivers went past him. So iRacing felt the need to throw a caution right there. Back live, it looks like. Let's see if any takers coming down pit road. Doesn't look like it. Again, they shouldn't have to take fuel tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They should be able to make it the entire distance, as we're on lap 10 here, almost halfway through stage 1. Thought I might have seen the lights go off on the pace car right there, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like race control is going to have them go around one more time. As Dustin Lamb still on pit road. Heavy damage for the number 10 there when he hit the inside wall. Philip Molnax being shown 3 laps down right now, back in the 17th position. Not sure what happened to him. He did get into the outside wall. I don't believe that hurt him all that much. And so race control still not ready to go yet. They said we're going to go around one more time. Adam Thompson, still your race leader. Tom Freitas runs second. Chummy Miller in third. We're going to have to see what happens on this restart. It's a good opportunity for a couple of guys to make, some slide job attempts. Maybe if they can see that they're going to get clear of the guy in front of them. So these restarts are going to be your best way to make up some ground, make up maybe a position or two. Lights are off on the pace car. Thompson's going to lead him down. He's going to fire him off here. He's going to be in control. Out of turn 4, back under green. Not a great restart for the number 32. That made Morrison have to check up big time on that outside lane. Now Chris Carroll trying to make a slide job attempt there. Now Morrison into the outside wall. It looks like Sam Lawson back there trying to make up some ground. We're almost 3 wide back here in the back of the pack. Tanner Marr to the middle of the racetrack. You got the 87 of Herdina up there on the top side. Logan Lax behind him, and Drummond in the number 33 trying to... Oh, it looks like he's going to make contact. We're going to be back under yellow. We kind of caught it there out of the corner of the screen. I'm not sure what happened. Maybe Drummond came up the track. He was involved. Let's go back and take a look. So coming out of turn 2 down the front, or out of turn 4 down the front stretch. And yeah, it just looks like contact. It looks like the 25 actually might have tried to keep it off the wall there, and he came down more than he probably expected to, and the 33 just happened to be there. And a few cars actually getting involved with this. Logan Lax, Elliott Drummond, Kyle Wellman, Mike Wood, Carl Lindstrom, Dustin Lamb, and Larry Bell all getting a piece of this one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we're going to take our first commercial break of the evening. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
shot. Burrows gets wadded up right there, and we got a nasty one.
3 laps here, we're underway here at Horsepower Bar.
Back live here on True Sim Productions, getting ready to go back under the green flag. Adam Thompson leads him down. Green flag back out in the air. Not a good restart there for the number 32 of Tom Freitas. He's going to be side by side with Chummy Miller down into turns 1 and 2. They got Chris Carroll right behind him. Carroll's made up some ground. Going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack as Miller and Freitas both make a mistake down the back straightaway. So Chris Carroll going for a 2-for-1 special right here, but it was only going to get the one. Was able to get around Tom Freitas, but how about the Lawson, the governor? He's making his way up here. He's looking to the inside of Tom Freitas on the bottom side of the racetrack, but caution flag's going to be back out on the speedway. Let's go back and see what happened. So the 69 looks like he got into the wall a little bit. Might not have been with Ronnie. It's showing me Ronnie got a 2X, but it's also showing me that old Wildman Wellman got a 2X. So let's see what happened. Oh man, there it is. Yeah, we found it. Let's go back and take another look at that. Looks like Wellman's just kind of running his line. 31 comes on the track, bam, right into Wellman. Doesn't look like it hurt either race car all that much. The 31 was actually really lucky not to hit the inside retaining wall or hit those barrels. They're going to be able to get it going again. Wellman's going to bring it down pit side. Looks like we got 2 drivers bringing it down pit road. That'd be Logan Lax in the 25 and Kyle Wellman in the 42. Adam Thompson continues to lead the way here. We're on lap 24 of 125. 5 laps to go in the stage. So Adam Thompson holds on to the race lead. Chummy Miller actually moved up into the 2nd spot with Chris Carroll now in 3rd. Tom Freitas fell back 2 positions there on that last restart. We're only going to have a couple of laps here before the end of the stage. Currently right now, Elliott Drummond, last driver to get points. He is currently sitting in the 10th position. Steven Johnson, he was a driver that did not qualify, I believe. Had to start in the back. Currently up there running in 9th position, though, up 7 spots since the start of this race. So having a good run out there in that number 1 car. All right, getting ready to re-rack them, restack them, and fire them off one more time here at Bristol Dirt. Looks like we're only going to have a couple of laps. A little bit of a shootout here for the first stage. Oh, unfortunately. Okay, so we see Raymond Herdina out in chat. Let's give him a shout out because I'm now looking on timing and scoring. He's saying he had a little bit of a electrical issue going on underneath that race car. They decided to pull it behind the wall and get that worked on. Green flag back out in the air, though. Adam Thompson gets a good launch. Chris Carroll goes up to the top side of the racetrack. Chummy Miller going to make contact. We're going to be under caution once again. Kind of saw it there last second. We're going to have to get a better angle on it because we can only really see one car that was involved. We know there was contact between the 32 and the 6, and the 6 and the 12. So let's go back and take a look at the 12 here, see what happened. So they're coming off turn number 2 right here. Oh, the 6 comes down, gets into the 32. And it looks like that kind of bumped them down into the 12. That's the Governor, Sam Lawson. It kind of helped Chummy go around. Let's take one more look at it. Slow it down a little bit. Maybe not that much. Yeah, so it looks like Chummy tries to keep it off the wall, comes down, gets into 32. 32 kind of helps Lawson get up into the 6, and that just turns Chummy around. I don't think it hurt Chummy all that much. Let's go back and look at it from at Chummy's car. So right there's the first contact, 2, 3, and then boom, goes around. Oh, he gets the wall a little bit with the rear end. That shouldn't hurt that car all that much. He should be able to come down pit road, have the crew members bang that out real quick. He should be good here at Bristol Dirt. Going to be hanging that right rear on the wall anyway most of the night, so it shouldn't hurt him. So we did take lap 30 under caution. That means stage 1 is officially over. And it looks like Adam Thompson going to be your stage 1 winner. And let me see if I can maybe get a word in with our stage 1 winner. Adam Thompson, driver, the number 71. It's Sam up in the booth. Do you got a copy? Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I just want to see. Looks like you're going to go ahead and take home stage 1. You've been out there in the lead for most of this race. What's the strategy? Any worries tonight, or you think you got a good car?
Well, the strategy's not get wrecked because I led almost every lap last night and got wrecked with 2 to go. So if I can keep her clean, I think we'll be all right.
Well, it looks like you got a couple of guys starting to move up to the field. Looks like you got the 97 of Carroll behind you and a couple other guys. I mean, no worries tonight. Like I said, you think you got a good car?
No, I mean, we got a good car, but anytime Carroll gets behind you, you worry. That man knows how to race.
Well, I tell you what, you're stage 1 winner. Let's see if you can go for stage 2 and possibly sweep this thing. I'm going to get you back down with your team. Good luck, Adam.
Thanks, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
That was driver the number 71, Adam Thompson. Again, that is stage 1 winner here tonight. And, you know, you heard him whenever he got Chris Carroll behind you. Chris Carroll has been pretty dominant in this series thus far. He's got a few wins. He's locked himself into the playoffs later in the season. But so is Adam Thompson. So if Adam can go out here tonight, get another good finish, just bump him up into the points. We're going to have a good battle to the end. So I hope y'all don't miss it here every Friday night at 8:45 p.m. Eastern Time on True Sim Productions. Make sure you tune into that. However, I would like to point out, ladies and gentlemen, this league a little bit different than most. We are going to eventually, here in a couple of weeks, I want to say there's still a lot of time out left, right? But they take 13 weeks off in between the middle of the season for the summertime. They got a lot of guys who actually do real life racing, but don't worry. Still going to be tons of content on True Sim Production and maybe some broadcast races from Front Row during that time. So make sure you tune in every Friday night up until then, though. Pace truck's gonna pull down pit road out of turn number 4, and we fire him off. We're back underway. Ronnie Morrison actually got a pretty good restart right there. Chris Carroll on the high side. He's gonna go all the way up to the wall, and it's a bold move because he's got the momentum. Sam Lawson trying to go for a position there back in the back, almost making contact with Nicholas Lamb as we go down into turns 3 and 4. Lamb trying to slide up in front of that 12, but he's not. He's going to keep it down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Now slides up in front of the 12, but the 12 has a huge run going down the front straightaway and into 1 and 2. Tom Friedis trying to make back up some ground. He slides up in front of the number 12, goes down the back straightaway, now looks to the inside of the number 5 of Lamb. Lamb getting to the outside wall a little bit right there. No harm, no foul. We keep it green. He keeps it straight. Back up to the front of the field, Adam Thompson goes to the middle side of the racetrack. Said he's got a good car tonight, and he is showing it. Now out to a 1.7 second lead over the 97 of Chris Carroll. Then we go back to third. We got Ronnie Morrison, but he is looking to the inside of that number 97 machine down the front straightaway. We just took lap 37 of 125, and I want to point out again, ladies and gentlemen, stage 2 will be ending on lap 70. So we still got about 33 laps before the end of stage number 2. Looks like Morrison's starting to lose a little bit of ground here to that number 97 car. Goes up to the top side of the racetrack. Chris Carroll running the middle. Oh, Morrison gets the wall just a little bit right there. Keeps the car straight, though. Doesn't look like it's going to hurt him all that much. Maybe slow him down a little bit, but we're going to be under caution once again. Not sure what happened here. Oh, it looks like Nicholas Lamb might have went around. Oh, Chummy Miller getting into the 4 right there. That's, I believe, after the caution was already out. I don't know if that damaged the 4. He hit him pretty good on the side. Obviously an accident, but I don't know if that's going to damage Tanner's car all that much. Let's go back and see what actually happened to bring out the caution. Oh, Tom Friedis got a little loose right there. Came down and got into the 5 of Nicholas Lamb and sent him around. And how about this? As we see it on the replay, Steven Johnson in that number 1 car, he has moved all the way up into 5th position. He's up 11 spots since the start of this race. I tell you what, maybe a little bit of a sleeper here tonight. He might come up here and win this thing if he can keep it consistent. Doing a good job out there and keeping the nose of that race car clean. Another driver doing a good job is actually that number 12 car of Samuel Lawson. Another clean race car. He's lost a couple of spots, but he has moved up 1 spot since the drop of the green flag. That being said, we're going to take a little bit of a commercial break here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back. It'll be a short one, so don't go nowhere.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions, getting ready to go back under the green flag. Adam Thompson, so your race leader. Chris Carroll runs second. Who's your pick, ladies and gentlemen? Let me know out in the chat. So the pace car getting ready to pull on off. Pace truck, I should say. Pulls down pit road. Thompson fires them back off, and green flag back out in the air. And I do want to point out, if you notice, Thompson gets really good launches every time. Not only because he can control that restart and kind of fire when he wants to coming off of turn 4, but it looks like he might be starting in a little bit of a higher gear, maybe not shifting as much and just has a little bit more traction. Chris Carroll looks at the bottom side of the racetrack as we come out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway to take lap number 45. Looks like Thompson's going to go to the top side, whereas Carroll kind of running a groove down, I'd say. Let's go back and take a look at Steven Johnson. Remember, up 12 positions now since the start of this race, but caution flag going to be back out on the speedway. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like Lindstrom. Looks like Lindstrom might have had some issues here. Gets up in that fluff, might have gets loose, tries not to hit the 5, comes down, gets into the 50, or I'm sorry, the 46. He gets sent around, so that's going to put us back under caution. That's all right, ladies and gentlemen. That gives us another chance. We'll go ahead and throw it to the sponsors real quick. Got to get the bills paid, so we'll be right back.
Shut up and sit down.
We're back live here on True Sim Productions. I believe drivers are going to be getting the 1-to-go signal this time, coming to take lap number 50 of 125. About 20 laps to go here in stage number 2. Remember, stage 2 ends on lap 70. Adam Thompson continues to lead the way. Chris Carroll runs second. Lights go off. We're getting ready to go back under green, this time by. Pace truck's going to pull down pit road, field in control of Adam Thompson. Adam Thompson fires off. We're back underway. So good restart from the number 71 again. Ronnie Morrison also got a pretty good launch. He's going to try and slide up in front of the number 1. Slide job on Steven Johnson from Ronnie Morrison. Morrison goes up into third. Here comes Chummy Miller. He goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's got a good run coming out of turn 4. He should slide up right there. Get it, Chummy, come on. Slide job on the number 1 is Steven Johnson again, so it looks like Johnson really needs his tire pressures, maybe not necessarily to come up, but those tires need to maybe heat up just a little bit. He needs to get some more traction underneath that race car. Looks like he's struggling on these restarts. Gonna be side by side with the number 42, Kyle Wildman Wellman, going into turns 1 and 2. Gonna be able to clear him running that top side. Almost gets into the wall a little bit as we come out of turn 2. Samuel Lawson up to the top side of the racetrack, running that number 12 True Sim Productions Ford Mustang. Goes to the outside of Wildman Wellman here. It looks like Wellman trying to slide up in front of him, but I think he might be content with running the middle of the racetrack here. He is staying in front of that number 12 machine. Now Wellman to the top side of the racetrack, and Lawson goes to the middle. Great battle going on back here. This is for the 6th position. Let's go back up to the front of the field. It's still Adam Thompson leading the way. Lap 55 and 125, and he's got about an 8/10 gap over 2nd place, Chris Carroll. Jeff Field, I see out in chat, says, what's up, TSP? Great coverage as always. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you for tuning in here on a Friday night for the Front Row Esports Next Gen Cup Series. As we take a look at Chummy Miller here running in 3rd down the back straightaway. He's got Ronnie Morrison right behind him. Morrison only about 4/10 off of the number 6 car right now. Still has plenty of time to catch up to him. A little bit of through the field here. We're going to take a look. We see Steven Johnson up there. He's running in 5th with Elliott Drummond right behind him. Samuel Lawson back here in 7th. Tom Freitas right behind him in 8th. Michael Wood is currently holding on to that 9th position right behind Freitas there. You go back. You got Wildman Wellman. Wildman in the wall in 3 and 4. Able to pull it off, but he lost the position there to Nicholas Lamb. So that put Lamb up in the points here, as we got about 12 laps to go here in stage number 2. So back up to the front of the field, we got the 71 of Adam Thompson still leading the way. Chris Carroll right behind him in 2nd. 9 laps to go here in stage number 2. Looks like we might be talking to the same person unless Carroll can get up there. Kind of closed the gap there through 1 and 2, but lost a lot of time down the front straightaway. And I think if Adam Thompson can just be consistent here tonight, this is definitely going to be his race. As I say that, let's actually go on board with the 71. He's kind of working his way around lap traffic, and as I say that, we're gonna have a caution. Oh no, it wasn't Tom Freitas, was it? I'm showing the 32 and the 99 making contact, and right there. Oh my! I don't know if Mike Wood might not have known he was clear there. He might have thought he was racing Sam Lawson, and I don't know. That was weird. Maybe something broke in that car, because that car took a dead-on run to the wall there after right there's a little bit of contact. He just goes dead straight. So I'm wondering if maybe something broke. Not sure. Looks like he's still rolling. Didn't see him come down pit road. I see all Lewis Lockshine out in the chat. How you doing, Lewis? I just want to point out there's no such thing as netcode here on this channel. I do not know what that means. Doing pretty good, Lewis. Doing pretty good. Thanks for tuning in today, man. Greatly appreciate it. Lewis Lockshine in the chat, everybody. A driver from last night. Ran the truck series. Had a pretty good run. Lap 65 of 125. Still a long way to go for these drivers, but only 5 laps before the stage ends. So it looks like we're going to have another shootout here to end the stage. We might have to talk to Chris Carroll after this stage, though. We talked to Adam there at the first stage. We kind of know what his plans are. He said he has a good race car. We might want to talk to Carroll and maybe ask him if he feels like he could run him down maybe when this track slicks off just a little bit more. All right, so here we go. We're gonna put them double file one more time, fire them off here. It's only gonna be for a couple of laps. Can Chris Carroll snag himself a stage victory here? Have to see what happens. Field in control of Adam Thompson, or I should say Adam Thompson's in control of the field. I don't know why I keep saying it the other way around. But Adam Thompson's gonna be in control coming out of turn number 4. He's gonna fire him off for this one. Can he take home stage number 2? Green flag back out in the air, and a great launch there for the number 71. Morrison into the outside wall, making contact. That allowed Elliott Drummond to move up a spot here. Steven Johnson as well. Now remember, we saw Johnson on these earlier restarts. He's just trying to get a feel for it. Looks like we're gonna have a driver go around in the back. It's Ronnie Morrison. Now he's been running up front here pretty much all night long. He had a really good run going. Let's go back and see what happened to the old 69 of Ronnie Morrison. See a couple of drivers who might have made contact here. Ooh, Drummond and Morrison make contact. That kind of sends him down the racetrack, and Lawson had no idea he was coming, right? I mean, we go back and we go cockpit on Sam Lawson. He just no idea he's there. We'll go back and take one more look at it. Slow it down. So there's the contact with Drummond, Morrison, and I think that just kind of helps Morrison down the racetrack. He's just trying to catch it at this point, trying to get back into the throttle. Probably didn't know Lawson was there. Spotter didn't call him down there because he technically wasn't there for a split second, right? But yeah, unfortunately, Ronnie Morrison's going to be receiving the bad end of this one. He's going to go all the way back to 12th. But that 69 car looked fast tonight, so I expect to see him back up near the front of the field here near the end of this thing. There's still 55 laps to go, a long way to go. So that is the stage caution. Adam Thompson, winner of stage number 2. So far has swept the race. Almost. If he can run another 55 clean laps, kind of get a little bit of a redemption, you could say, from last night. So lights are still on the pace truck, but these drivers are already ready to go back green flag racing. They know the stage is over. So it looks like Carl Lindstrom snagging the last place points for the stage. He's going to go ahead and get a point there going towards playoffs at the end of the year. Adam Thompson so far with 2 playoff points, actually. Taking home both stage victories. Pretty sure that's how Tom's doing it. He can confirm or deny that. We'll take a look at points next week. We'll see where everybody stacks up next week. Lights are off on the pace truck. Getting ready to go back green flag racing here at Bristol Dirt. A little under 50 laps to go almost here. Adam Thompson has pretty much dominated this race. He won stage 1, won stage 2. And every time we get a longer green flag run, he seems to pull away from that 97 of Chris Carroll. I think Carroll might be set up for this track to be burned off just a little bit more. We're going to find out here as green flag comes back out in the air. Down into turn 1. Johnson's going to be side by side with Miller. He's going to come up and make contact with Chris Carroll. They're going to be 3 wide coming out of the corner. And they sort that out. Great job by those drivers. I mean, Steven Johnson was the meat in the sandwich there, ladies and gentlemen. And he made it work. Now side by side with Elliott Drummond here. This is a battle for the 4th position. Johnson trying to hold on to it. He's going to get up into the outside wall a little bit now. Chummy Miller kind of coming down in front of Chris Carroll there. Carroll's trying to get around him. He's going to make a move to the top side. Johnson trying to follow. This is allowing Adam Thompson to start getting out to a pretty good lead here, 1.4 seconds. Let's go back and watch this battle. Chris Carroll trying to get around Chummy Miller. And I mean, I tell you what, Chummy Miller having a really good run out here tonight, running in second. He's making that middle line really work. Almost running kind of a half slider line. He kind of enters low, lets the car kind of slide up near the middle of the track, and kind of pulls it down on exit. We got Elliott Drummond and Nicholas Lamb side by side. Lamb not able to get down to the bottom of the racetrack to try and pull a slide job here. He's got a good run on the bottom though, but Drummond's got that run off the top side. Maintains that position going across the line, but Lamb's going to try it one more time, going down to a 1 and 2, try to slide up in front of the 33. He's going to get him there. Little bit of contact. I think Drummond might have tried to cross him over there, but just didn't work for him. 47 laps to go here at Bristol Dirt. We go back up to the front. Chris Carroll got around Chummy Miller. That's for second, but Adam Thompson is now out to a 2-second gap. We got a caution flag out on the speedway, ladies and gentlemen. I was trying to get something fixed up there on the back end. We all know how technology loves to be, so we do apologize for that. However, it looks like it was a one of Steven Johnson maybe getting involved here. I don't know if this was the cause of the caution, and it's showing that it was. He was really sideways, and yeah, right there is probably when it threw the yellow, because he was kind of slow and the 5 was coming up on him pretty heavy. So caution flag out on the speedway. We're on lap 83 of 125. Laps are starting to wind down, and Adam Thompson's still the race leader. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and take another commercial break. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
shut up and sit down.
Back live on True Sim Productions. The pace truck's going to pull down and we're going to be back under green. Another good launch here for Adam Thompson and the number 71 Chummy Miller, also looking to the inside of Chris Carroll. Thought about a slide job right there, but I think he knew he wasn't going to clear him. Kind of backed out of it a little bit. Now Carroll side by side with him right here. This is 4-second slide job out of the number 6. Trying to slide up in front of him. He's going to get the position. Carroll going to try and cross him back over, coming out of turn number 4. Down the front straightaway and into turns 1 and 2. Carroll goes to the bottom side of the racetrack. Had to get on the brakes a little bit there. Looks like he almost made contact with the 6. Definitely a little bit of contact right there. Chummy Miller into the outside wall. Here comes Sam Lawson. Caution flag going to be on the speedway. All right, so let's go back and see if we can't see what happened. There's definitely contact between the 97 and the 6 right there. And right there, the 6 gets into the outside wall. Let's go ahead and look at it from looking at the number 6 here. Into the outside wall, and I think he just slows down enough that iRacing decided, hey, we're going to throw yellow, or race control, I should say, decided we're going to throw yellow on that one. So I don't know. He hit that wall a ton. It is showing he got a black flag there for too much damage, so he's gonna have to bring it down pit side. Unfortunate for the number 6 and Miller. He was having such a good night. Luck kind of ran a little short there for him, though, unfortunately. Still on pit road too, so that just killed his race. Just waiting to get one to go from race control here, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully you get the track cleared up. We're on lap 93 now of 125. As you can see, the drivers are ready to go, but lights are still on the pace truck. I do believe Adam Thompson hanging off the pace truck there a little bit. Yeah, pace lights are still on, so we're gonna go around one more time. 2 more times, I should say. Chummy Miller still on pit road, showing Elliott Drummond actually the first car 1 lap down, everybody. That's Elliott Drummond in the number 33. He's back in 14th, currently shown 1 lap down. How about somebody we really haven't said a whole lot about tonight? Now has made his way up into the top 10. That's the number 4, Tanner Marr. Got a little bit of damage on the left-hand side of that car. Doesn't seem like it's been hurting him, though, tonight, because finally found his way up inside the top 10. Last night's winner, I'd like to point out, in the truck series here at Bristol Dirt. So the lights are off on the pace truck. Carroll's gonna go all the way up in the cushion, try to get a good launch here. Trying to roll that start. Thompson fires off and we're back underway. Good jump there for the 97. Gonna go to the top side of the racetrack in 1 and 2. Thompson is gonna go to the middle. And now Steven Johnson holds on to 3rd. Samuel Lawson, the governor, back here in 4th. Side by side, Ronnie Morrison with Kyle the Wildman Wellman. 3 wide back here, Tanner Marr, Tom Freitas, and Lindstrom. They get that sorted out pretty quick. As we go back up to this battle here for 5th. This is Wellman on the outside of Morrison. He tries to pinch him down on the racetrack. Oh, he's gonna get turned. Tom Freitas nowhere to go. I don't know, Wellman might not be too happy about that one. Wild man. Looks like he took off from that wreck. He spun it back around, got going pretty quick right there. See Corey Sherman out in chat. Pit road is all dirty. Someone should clean it. You know what? You're absolutely right about that. It is totally unacceptable the pit road is dirty here at Bristol Dirt. They need to clean. They need to keep that clean, man. I 100% agree. Stellar Hippo, I see you out in chat as well. Let me see if I can real quick while we're under caution. I'll see if I can't get you a Discord link and throw it in there. And I tell you what, thank you for letting me know it's expired. I will have that updated for next week in the description. So greatly appreciate that. Let me see if I can't get you a link. So we kind of saw what happened there to Wellman. Him and Morrison got together there, sent Wellman around. That's going to put us under caution here into lap 98 of 125. Still a long way to go. There you go, guys. Got a Discord for Front Row Esports link for you. It's in the chat. And thank you guys very much for tuning in on True Sim Productions. We greatly appreciate it. Hopefully y'all are enjoying the broadcast. So we got about 26 laps to go. Pace lights are still on the truck. Again, Carroll, he's ready to go. He's putting them right sides up on that cushion. Maybe trying to cool them tires down just a little bit. Also, while we're at it, guys, I do want to point out, this is something new. Tanner put out a little post here for other people, but and it is on our main page on our YouTube. We have created a True Sim Productions community Discord, so you can actually see all the leagues that we broadcast and everything like that. Not only get highlights and updates of what's going on in each league, but there are Discord links in there as well for Crooked Line, Blazing Pedals and Front Row Esports. So make sure you check that out as well. New Discord, True Sim Productions community Discord. Stay up to date with everything we're doing. We're almost live almost every day of the week here. So lights are off on the pace truck. Adam Thompson in control. Coming out of turn 4. Gonna fire him off. It's gonna be 24 laps to go. Great restart by the number 1 is Steven Johnson. He's gonna be the inside going down into turn 1. Looks like he had to back off a little bit, but now he's still on the inside of Chris Carroll. Maybe he's gonna be able to slide up in front of him here. He takes over second down into turns 3 and 4. That was an amazing restart by Steven Johnson. Just couldn't capitalize on it there, but almost had it pulled off. 23 laps to go, and Adam Thompson still leads the way. Samuel Lawson running in 4th. Ronnie Morrison gets in, and Nicholas Lamb. Morrison down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Not sure what happened there. Let me see if they might have made enough contact. We can go back and see what happened. Let's take a look. That was the last accident. Let's go back and take a look. I think Drummond might have gotten a piece of that. I don't know. Doesn't look like they had enough contact. We can go back and see it, ladies and gentlemen, but there's a lot going on that restart. Chris Carroll taking a peek to the inside of Steven Johnson here, coming out of turn 4 and into 1 and 2. He's gonna slide up in front of the number 1. That puts Steven Johnson back to 3rd, but I tell you what, heck of a performance out of that number 1 machine. Up 13 spots since the drop of the green flag. We got 21 laps to go, now 20. Trying to run a little bit of a different line there. Kind of got loose as he went down to the bottom side of the racetrack. Trying to get back into a rhythm. Here's the number 1 is Steven Johnson. You saw right there, the gap to Adam Thompson has actually increased, but it's not going to matter because we're going to be back under caution. Let's go back and take a look. Oh, Lindstrom already sideways right there. Oh, contact between Lamb and Tanner Marr. Let's go back and see what happened to Lindstrom. Oh, they're 3 wide coming off the corner. I don't know. We'll go back and slow it down here. So it looks like Tanner, I think he might have he came up a little bit, got into the 83 right there. He backs out of it. I mean, smart on his part, but he kind of started that whole situation there, in my opinion. Yeah, that was actually kind of smooth almost for the number 4. Let's go back and watch that again. Watch this. It kind of comes up, boom, makes contact with the 83 right there. Now watch this. Backs out of it. It just comes out of the meat sandwich right there. And then doesn't even make contact with Lindstrom again right there. So, I mean, good job, but unfortunately, Lindstrom going to go up into the outside wall and take heavy front end damage. Not what you want to see late in the race with 18 laps to go. Looks like Elliott Drummond's going to go ahead and get his lap back here. It's going to put him back on the lead lap. .16 laps to go here at Bristol Dirt. And Adam Thompson just putting on one heck of a performance out of that number 71. Remember, we talked to him a little earlier in the race after winning stage 1. Said he had a good race car. Said he was always a little worried once you got Carroll behind you, because Carroll has won a few races here this season so far. Kind of been, that 97 car has been dominant this season, but you can't count out that 71. He also has won a couple races and looking to make it another one tonight. Right, so the lights are going to go off on the pace truck. We're coming out of turn 4, getting ready to fire them back off. Thompson fires them off. We're back underway. Another good restart there by the number 1 is Steven Johnson. Going to go to the bottom side there in 1 and 2. Trying to get around Chris Carroll, take over that second position. Not going to be able to do it. Morrison going to come up and make contact with Sam Lawson there. It looked like coming out of turn 2. Going to the bottom side of the racetrack. He's going to try and slide up in front of the 12, but just can't clear him. So the 12 lost, going to have momentum. Tom Freitas, and looked like, I think that was Michael Wood, make contact, put Tom into the outside wall. Logan Lax trying to gain some positions here. He's up into the outside wall. We're almost 3-4 wide back here. Tanner Marr's going to get turned into the outside wall. Oh, my. Oh, the 31. Coming in out of nowhere, it looked like they're late. He got into the back of the 99. They're trying to get turned back around. Let's see if we can't get a replay on what happened. There was a lot that went down right there. Tanner Marr definitely got turned around. Look at that, almost 4 wide right there. Drummond coming down, making contact with the 4. Kind of sent him into the outside wall. And then here comes a bam right there. And let's be fair, it is hard to get these cars to stop on slick dirt. Oh, looks like Elliott Drummond, he might have got a lot more damage than we think, because right here, he gets hit by Miller. That actually hurt the car enough that he's going to have to bring it down pit side and get her fixed up. So back under caution here, 11 laps to go. Adam Thompson's still your race leader. Chris Carroll is going to get another opportunity. Going to try to get another good restart here and make something happen. Looks like that's Raymond Herdina. Remember, he was having electrical issues earlier in the race. He's coming back out. Looks like about 4 or 5 laps down. I want to say it's 5. Or no, I'm sorry. It's only 3. 3 laps down. Boy, I can't count tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 3 laps down for the number 87 of Raymond Herdina. So good to see him be able to get that car back out on the racetrack. Glad they got that thing fixed up. 10 laps to go here at Bristol Dirt. Who's your money on? Getting ready to go back, green flag racing here. We're going to have 7 laps to go. Again, this gives Chris Carroll another opportunity to get a good restart here. Same with Steven Johnson. How about the governor also back there in 4th? He's going to be on the top side. Maybe he can make something happen here. And you also got the wild man Wellman back there as well. Even Ronnie Morrison. Morrison has found his way back up inside the top 10. We're getting ready to go back green here. Thompson's going to wait a little bit. He fires him back off, and we're back underway. Good restart there for the number 1 of Johnson. Going to go to the bottom side of the racetrack, but it looks like Carroll's going to hold on to the momentum on the top side. Now Samuel Lawson looking to the outside, down the back straightaway. Looks like Ronnie Morrison's going to move up the track and kind of follow him here. That top line is quick right now. Sam Lawson going around the number 1 of Steven Johnson. That's for 3rd. Now he's got his sight sets on Chris Carroll right now. Goes up, gets into the outside wall a little bit. The number 12 of Sam Lawson. Steve Johnson into the outside wall as well. Ronnie Morrison now takes over the 4th position. Now sight set on Sam Lawson and the number 12 going for 3rd. We got 5 laps to go, and Adam Thompson still leads the way. Into the outside wall a little bit, though. That was the first mistake I think we've seen the 71 make all night long. Gets into the outside wall, but Chris Carroll is still losing ground as now the caution comes back out with 4 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting geared up for a green, white, checkered. So let's go back and see what happened. Ooh, looks like there might have been a lot going on there. Let's go back. Ooh, Larry Bell gets a little loose, comes down the track, gets into Drummond. Johnson doing a good job trying to stay out of that. Tanner Marr, for the first time, I'm going to say it here just for you, buddy. I think rumor has it is Tanner Marr was still wide open right there. Credit to Tanner Marr for the joke, though, ladies and gentlemen. We got to always credit the person who makes the joke. This time, Tanner coming in hot a little bit. Just messing with you, Tanner. But let's go back and take one more look at it. Yeah, man, there might have been a little bit of contact there between the 1 and the 46. I don't think it was much. It could have helped him around a little bit, but hard to tell. Yeah, I see USA Firearms out in chat. Tanner Marr still wide open. That's absolutely correct. Now, ladies and gentlemen, with one of the league sponsors in the chat, I guess we can shout him out. That's old Brian Zimmerman. If you guys need a firearm, check out usafirearms.com. They'll get you hooked up here. Lights are still on the pace truck. I know the drivers are ready to go. We're going to be going to a green, white, checkered scenario here. And I tell you what, I don't think Adam Thompson has been worried a whole lot tonight. He's had a very, very good car, that number 71. But with the green, white, checkered, we all know everybody's going to be going for it. Might be your last opportunity to try and make a big slide job attempt, make something happen. So you got Adam Thompson up there, Chris Carroll, Samuel Lawson, Ronnie Morrison, and Nicholas Lamb, your top 5. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Might be your last opportunity. Thompson's going to fire him off coming out of turn number 4. Who's your money on? Chris Carroll has a chance here. Same with Lawson. Even Morrison can win this. Green flag back out in the air. Great restart by the number 12. Gets a little wheel spin, though. He's going to lose the position here to Chris Carroll. He's going to have to slide up. If he's going to want to keep 3rd, he's got to slide up. He's going to be side by side with Ronnie Morrison down the back straightaway. This is a battle for 3rd. Chris Carroll trying to catch up to the 71. I don't think he's going to be able to get there. White flag in the air. Ronnie Morrison looking to the inside of Carroll. Samuel Lawson, he's falling back to 4th. Morrison getting a little loose right there. Lawson trying to avoid him as we go down the back straightaway for the final time. Adam Thompson is out to a pretty comfortable lead. Wildman Wellman trying to make something happen here for third, coming out of fourth, but he's not going to be able to get there. Adam Thompson's going to go ahead and take home the win here tonight, with Chris Carroll coming home second, and Ronnie Morrison takes home third. So he does it, ladies and gentlemen. Stage 1, Stage 2, and your race winner, Adam Thompson. Dominating performance here tonight. A little bit of, there we go. A little bit of a lag issue there, I guess you could say, on the cameras. It's all good. Let's see here. There we go. We're going to be talking to our third place finisher. That's the number 69 of Ronnie Morrison. And Ronnie, you had kind of an up and down night. We've seen you get involved with an accident there, and you had to go to the back of the pack, but you fight back up and you managed to get yourself a third place finish and a good top 5 finish. Kind of walk me through your race.
Man, I owe it all to Tom Freitas. If it hadn't been for him giving me the advice he gave me at the beginning of this race, I would have never done as good as I did.
All right. I mean, you had a great car. I mean, was it all in the setup? I mean, you did. You drove back from the back of the field, got back up to third. I mean, great performance out of 69.
Well, I mean, I just used a stock setup that Tom worked on, but I made a couple adjustments to it myself, and then he gave me a couple more advices to make, or tips to make, and man, it sure helped.
So we had a few cautions tonight. I mean, was there really any point coming down pit road, maybe making some adjustments? Was there anything you guys really could do to make the car handle a little bit better?
I mean, honestly, it was so hard to get through the field. I mean, I went to the back at lap 49 and didn't get back into third till the last lap. So, I mean, that tells you there how hard it was to get around people. So, to me, it wasn't worth the positions.
Gotcha. So track position kind of key here tonight. That's surprising, being a dirt track. Normally you guys see a lot of passing. I mean, you guys put on a great race, especially there for that green-white checkered. You managed to get around a couple cars there and come home third. Who you got a shout out on that number 69 car tonight?
Just everybody at 4X Racing I race with, and of course Tom again for everything he does here, and you for putting on the broadcast.
All right, man. Hey, great performance again out of that number 69 machine, and we'll see you again next week.
All right, thank you.
And that was Ronnie Morrison coming home in third position. Now we got to talk to our second place finisher, and that's Chris Carroll in the number 97. And Chris, you were pretty much in second all night, man. You kind of had to work your way up there in the beginning of the race, but once you got behind Thompson, kind of stayed there. Was there anything you could have done differently? It looks like 97 might have struggled a little bit tonight.
Well, we had the restarts were tough. Trying to get going on the restart, and the guys behind you, when you're on the top, it's harder to see the leader go. I found it easier to restart on the bottom, actually, in third, but I think Adam had everybody covered out there. I think I needed a long run to even have a shot at him. I'm not sure. I mean, we never got one because they were all hitting each other for last. I'm not sure what they were doing back there, but I think Adam would have won regardless. I think if I had the restart, I think he would have probably, been quicker out of the gate. So I don't know. I think the only thing I could have done was qualify better, and don't run enough dirt to know how to qualify on a tacky track, Sam.
Well, that's the next question I was going to ask you, Chris. I saw you out there practicing a lot there before the race started. What was the car set up for tonight? Did you kind of assume for the slick, obviously, and set your car up for that? Or, I mean, we talked to Ronnie before we talked to you. He said track position was kind of key tonight. I mean, can you confirm that?
Yeah, I mean, I made some passes out there. There was, if you could get the drive off and get into the corner smooth and give the guy a lane, you could get a pass done. But my car was set up for the slick. The slicker it got, the faster I was getting, and I think our car needed a long run to see, what we had. But I don't think that I could have done anything different. I think Adam, once he got the point there, I think it was all over. I think we would have needed 50 laps to see what would happen with the setup. So it's tough out there. I just did the best I could and try to get the best restarts without killing guys and giving them a lane to do their thing too,
Absolutely, Chris. Hey, another dominating performance, though. Nonetheless, you finished second. You're doing a really good job maintaining these consistent finishes in that number 97. You got more momentum going into next week. But second place here tonight at Bristol Dirt. Who you got to shout out?
I always got to thank USAFirearms.com and Brian Zimmerman and the boys and all my teammates here at Five Kings and the Pit Lizard boys. I got to thank TSP. Got to thank Tom and all these guys that work hard to give us a good series to put on. I'm sure he's a little unhappy tonight, but I got to thank BAM Racing Videos. Got to thank all my friends and family, and I got to thank you for the broadcast, man.
All right, Chris. Like I said, another good performance out of that number 97, and we'll see you again next week.
Thanks, sir. Doing all I can here.
And that was second place finisher Chris Carroll in the number 97. Now we're getting down here, and he's climbing out of that race car here in victory lane. It's the number 71 of Adam Thompson. Great performance tonight out of that number 71 machine. You take stage one, you take stage two, you sweep the race, man. Kind of walk me through it. Adam Thompson, you got a copy.
Hey, buddy,
There
can you
he
hear
is.
me?
Yeah, I got you.
I was talking, but I wasn't pushing the button.
There you go. We got you. No problem.
Yeah, it would help if we could run some more green flag laps, just because it's fun. But it was a good race. The setup was awesome. I'm not a dirt guy at all. I've struggled here in the past, so this week, man, just pounding out those laps every day, trying to learn how to drive around here.
So with the green flag laps we got tonight, were you kind of moving around? We did see you move around a little bit, but what was the overall line you were going for tonight?
Yeah, so for me, it's, as you're coming off exit low, I like to go all the way out to the wall, run the wall down, and be up by the wall as I'm making entry, and then kick it down and try to get all the way to the bottom. And then, because if you enter high and get to the bottom, you can run a straighter line. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it totally makes sense.
Yeah, that's where that speed is. And a lot of guys are doing it tonight, and I'm not giving them crap because I was doing the same thing till I figured it out. Really, here you want to be a little slower on entry. Your mind, you want to drive in hard, but that gets you all squirrely. You slide up the track. Where the speed is coming in slower and then coming off straight and fast.
Well, I tell you what, man, you had something figured out tonight because that 71 machine was on rails. There was a point in time when we had that green flag run, you were out on Carroll, I think, by 3 seconds. So, I mean, a dominating performance. You get another win here in front row. Good consistency out of that 71 camp. More momentum for next week. I mean, kind of walk me through it. What's going forward for the number 71 team? What are we going to see?
Oh, hopefully we'll be in victory lane some more. Like I said last week, for me, it's top 5 them to death. That's the most important thing. If you can get good top 5 finishes week in, week out, that will put you in the hunt at the end. But you got to be consistent. So that's always my only focus is just finish top 5 because it's the long game in racing, right? Because of how the point system works and all that.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man. Another win here. You can check the Bristol Dirt off on your list. Who you got a shout out on number 71?
Yeah, shout out to Front Row Esports for putting this on. Shout out to you. Appreciate you broadcasting. It's awesome as always. I can't wait to watch it. And great job to Carroll out there. He did awesome. And P3, who was P3?
That was Ronnie Morrison.
Yeah, Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie had a great run, so congrats to him as well. And Sam, thanks again for putting all this on. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, congratulations to you. Another great points night. Another win for you. Hopefully we can see you in victory lane again next week, man.
10-4. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bud.
Now it's driver the number 71, Adam Thompson, taking home the win here tonight at Bristol Dirt. Like I said, he can now cross that off on his list of tracks he's won at. Go ahead and get your race results on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to do it for us here on True Sim Productions. We'll be back tomorrow night for the Front Row Dirt Series, so be sure to tune in for that. It's going to be around 7, I want to say 7:30. So go ahead and check us out tomorrow night for Dirt Street Stocks, and I believe it's, the Big Block Modifieds, as we're going to be taking on Bristol Dirt tomorrow too. So if you enjoyed the broadcast, make sure you like and subscribe to the video. We greatly appreciate it. And tune in for any other broadcasts we do here on True Sim Productions. We'll always try and put on a good show. Shout out to Front Row Esports and everybody associated with them. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.